everybody, and welcome to Everything But the Cats, where we mostly talk about everything but the cats. My name's Gage.
I'm DJ.
I'm Garrett.
I'm Andrew, and these are not cats.
Oh, you said the thing.
And today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to have kind of a spiritual successor to our Christmas special of this past year. And we're going to be doing kind of a role-playing game with a bit of a Halloween theme. Not necessarily Halloween itself, although that actually does kind of play a role in it. But more so just kind of a creepier, a little bit more serious theme, but we're still going to have fun with it, and we're still going to go through it in a similar way. So that's what we're going to be doing. Guys, could you just briefly introduce your characters? Actually, let me give I guess I'll give the setting first. The game that we're playing takes place in 1946 off of the East Coast, and all of our characters are mobsters. And we'll talk more about the story as we get into it, but the goal ultimately is they're trying to save someone from their crime family. So that's what we're doing on a small island off the East Coast that I don't think actually exists. I hope it doesn't. And that's what we're doing. So, guys, could you introduce your characters real quick?
Yo, what's up? Hey, I'm Valfredo Dayton, is what the internet told me. And you can call me Fredo, but if you catch me on the wrong side of the tracks, you can call me Scars. You look at me, you'll notice I don't have any scars. I'm not named for the scars I have. I'm named for the scars I give. And yeah, so I like torture people or whatever. And yeah, just kind of the mobs, like if you need to get something out of someone, either like figuratively or literally, like I'm the guy. So I got you. I have some little reservations about it, mostly like, yeah, maybe we'll get into that later, but it's a good gig. Kind of like it. Who knows? We'll see. Yeah, I honestly, the sky's the limit for me. So
I'm Antonio. I go by Frankie because when the boss first recruited me, it's not really by my choice, but after about 3 or 4 beatings through, he said that I looked like I had been dead 10 times over. He called me Frankenstein, and the name Frankie just kind of stuck. So most people don't actually know that my name's not Frankie. Not the smartest guy, not the strongest guy, not the one who's going to talk his way out of any situation. But Frankie doesn't go down easy. You don't take him down without a lot of effort. He's usually the last standing in a fight. He doesn't really want to be in the mob. It was not really his choice, but he's trying to buy his way out. And that's kind of how he got recruited for this special mission. He's trying to save up his pennies so he can start somewhere, start fresh.
And I am James. My close friends call me Jimmy. I don't do any heavy work around with the family, but I am a very good smooth talker. Get myself out of most situations. Pretty well known around town for some good and maybe some bad things, depending on who you talk to, but we'll find out more.
Jimmy is the son of the head of the DeMarco family. He's the youngest son, so he's technically the one that we're trying to rescue. So Garrett, for the beginning portion, is going to be playing his older brother, Mario, who doesn't really have a personality.
Like my other D&D characters. Let's go!
Garrett's like, this is easy. I do this all the time.
Yeah.
Hey,
throwback to the no personality android at OCC that got everybody killed.
Gentlemen, it is
Gage.
mid to late
DJ.
October. It is mid to late October of 1946. And the boss, Giuseppe, my favorite Italian name, he hates being called it. He just likes being called DeMarco. Giuseppe DeMarco calls you all into his office. Now, Garrett, for this example, you're going to be Mario.
Hi, Dad.
My son. I'm not doing that. All right, boys. Jimmy, about a month ago, went off the coast to this island. It's called Leif's Harbor. He went out to this island called Leif's Harbor, and we haven't heard from him in a couple of weeks now. I need the 3 of yous to go find him. I don't care what's happened. If he's dead, I need you to report it. If he's alive, I need him back. What do you say?
Idiot brother.
Hey, don't talk bad about your brother.
Whatever.
Boss, is this going to be a part of the arrangement, or are we talking extra fixings for whoever brings him home?
There will be a handsome bonus, especially if he comes back alive.
What
Work with that.
what's he over there for? What's going on? Like why is he what do we need to know?
See, I don't actually know why he left. He told me he had some business to take care of over there, and I most of the time just let him do what he wants. He's never really caused me any trouble. He's the youngest one, so he just went off, and he was supposed to be riding back every couple of days, and he hasn't said anything for about 2 weeks now. So I just want you to find him.
Oh, I'll find him.
Pretty easy to find. He's really annoying. We'll find him.
Well, good. Well, hop to it. If you get on the ferry, the next one heading out is going to get you there on October 30th. So head out. Any questions before you go?
I assume that we have all the mob's resources at our backs, so we're loaded to the gills.
Yeah, take whatever you want.
Said take whatever. I'm taking whatever.
As far as protection goes.
Okay. Fair enough.
Tommy guns are protection.
What do you guys want to take? I'll tell you if you can or not. Try to convince me to let you take certain things.
I think we
Well-
definitely want to take a few different kinds of guns. Maybe not just like Tommy guns, but like a few pistols, a few other things. Do we know anything already about this like Leif's harbor
Yeah.
or whatever? Like, have
That's
we
what I was
heard of
gonna
it
ask
before?
you.
Is it completely unfamiliar?
All
Are
you
they
know,
open to firearms? Like, what are we getting ourselves into?
So you really don't know a lot about Leif's Harbor. You know that they don't have a lot of traffic. You
Gotcha.
know that like this ferry that's going out, this is not a common thing. That's really all you're aware of when it comes to Leif's Harbor. And so there's not a lot of knowledge out there. You know that the mayor, so to speak, or the leader of the island, his name is Eric. And he's the one who's supposed to be meeting you when you arrive.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring a scalpel.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, you can bring a scalpel. You each, I do want to say, each of you is going to have at least one set of brass knuckles at all times, regardless of anything else that
Okay.
happens.
In addition to a scalpel, I will also bring like a pistol, probably,
Okay.
just to keep on myself, and then like a knife that's more suited for fighting as
Okay.
well. The scalpel, the knife's for business, the scalpel's for pleasure.
Gotcha.
I would like to bring 2 suitcases, identical suitcases that lock, each with different items, and I would like these following items to be either within the suitcases or in packs. I would like 10 feet of rope. I would like a knife that can be concealed in my sock, as well as a pistol that can be concealed in my sock. I would like some MREs, some whatever the 40s equivalent of rations is, so we don't starve while we're out there. A poncho, as well as a blindfold, a gag, and let's go with an extra pair of shoes. Probably something that's a little more waterproof. And while we're going that direction, if it's going to be a harbor, if it's going to be near water, let's bring a fishing pole.
I'll allow all of that.
I'll also bring like just a set of jumper cables.
Are those even like really a thing in the 40s?
Googling.
I'll allow it.
I honestly don't know.
This is an
I only need the clamps.
this is an alternate 1940s.
Oh. Oh, we're talking like Fallout 1940s, huh?
Then I would like to bring my steampunk night vision goggles.
Right. I'll bring my
Jumper
laser.
cables were invented in 1863.
Okay.
Really?
You get your jumper cables. The night vision goggles are denied.
I saw the shot.
Can he just get like a pair of green like sunglasses?
Yes, I need I need
like
probably
gives off
5 or
the
6
illusion
pairs of sunglasses.
He needs the sunglasses in homage to Conrad.
Yes,
Oh,
aviator
God.
sunglasses, as well as can I get just while we're making our drive down there, I'm going to slowly accumulate probably 6 to 7 packs of bubble gum.
That's definitely okay.
I used to chew. I'm not chewing anymore.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I was gonna
I'm
keep
gonna-
mine simple and just bring like an actual submachine gun, like hideable submachine gun, a pistol, and a knife. Andrew's over here like survival kit.
Okay,
I
and
literally
let's say,
just like rattled off the first 10 things that came to mind, and we'll see what happens, but I'm writing it down.
Also, DeMarco gives each of you $200.
We're rich. I'm out. I've got everything I need to retire. I can buy a house with this probably.
But think about what he'll give you if you return.
You're so
Sorry,
right.
I jumped on my
He might throw in an extra $5, man.
Bro.
He'll
No,
give you
I would
whole
add
quarter.
I would add like a piano wire too.
like a garrote wire.
Like a garage?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so Mario, did you want anything?
I just said I was gonna go with like pretty basics, like a
Okay.
pretty like easily concealable like pistol, knife. And you've already given us brass knuckles.
Yeah.
Give me a hammer.
Take your hammer.
I feel like brass knuckles are like the mystery mouse Cthulhu. Like I don't know what we're gonna need them for, but
The mystery mouse Cthulhu comes later. Okay, so now you all already vaguely know each other or vaguely know of each other. As you are headed to the ferry, the captain of the ferry meets you and is like, he just sees you guys coming up and he's like, well, it's rare that we get people traveling out to Leif's Harbor. What brings you guys out this way?
pleasure.
I believe you're familiar with the arrangement from DeMarco. I understand we don't get a lot of ferry visits out here, and we'd appreciate moving this along.
You're an odd bunch. Yeah, let's get on our way. Now, you said you're out here for pleasure. Does that have anything to do with DeMarco?
So that sounds awfully close to a personal question.
I can show you if you'd like.
Our personal question.
You wouldn't like it though.
Oh,
So maybe we should talk about something else.
okay.
Man said you can do the easy way or the hard way.
I don't.
And ain't nobody chose the hard way.
I guess we'll just go then.
They call me Scars. Do you see any scars on me?
Don't get him started, please. Just start the boat, please.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so he goes ahead.
can
and starts
check
the
me.
boat.
Get back.
Don't
Go,
check.
Zeke.
I'm like taking my shirt off. Like,
Don't keep.
There's
look at me.
There's one other guy on the boat, on the ferry, heading with you, and he is just standing by the railing, looking over the sea.
I thought you said that this was just for us. Like this was a rare thing. Like they
It
didn't.
is a rare thing. It's very rare that they have traffic, but there's one
I
other
approach him.
guy. Okay, what do you do?
Just try to, without how terrible at talking I am, I try to create small talk.
Okay.
Hey man, how's it going? All right, cool. I walk back to the group.
How was that?
I don't know, weird dude.
He turns
Yeah,
and
weird
looks
dude.
at you.
I mean,
Hey, Scars, you should go talk to him.
oh no, don't.
I can
mean,
walk
it can't
over
be
to
any-
him.
Can't be any worse.
Hey, do you want to see my scars? I don't have any.
Do you want to know how I got called Scars?
Gosh dang it! I've been working on this.
He continues to just stare at the sea as you head out.
I just kind of stand next to him.
Is there any way we can like check to see if we recognize him at all? If he looks familiar?
Yeah, go ahead and this is just going to be a plain roll. Go ahead and roll 2d6.
9.
9. Okay.
That is a 9 for me as well.
Okay.
I rolled 2d6s.
Yeah, 2d6.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Oh, you recognize him better.
Yeah, so
Cool.
Garrett immediately recognizes that he is actually a well-known ship captain in the area, named John Smith Edwards, who once captained a royal liner that sunk, but somehow he was the only survivor, and you have no idea why he's on this boat.
That sounds like bad luck. Hey, Scars, can you come here for a second?
Okay, I
think
do.
I think you need to push that man overboard.
I'm. That's a little fast for my taste, but
You can go in the drink with him if you want. That's fine. I have no problem with that, but I don't think we want this guy on our ship if his experience in captaining is that the boat goes down and he stays alive.
Now, this isn't the captain. This is just another man on the boat.
name is John Smith Edwards.
Yeah, John Smith Edwards.
I approach him and try to talk to him again, but I drop his name.
Okay.
Good thing this boat isn't being piloted by John Smith Edwards, am I right?
Yeah, I walk up. Hey, I think I actually recognize you. Are you John Smith Edwards?
Why does it matter to you?
Well, I mean, you're a pretty famous captain. I would just want to pay my respects.
For what? All
I
I
don't
did
know.
was survive.
Yeah, how? What happened?
You talk too much.
Clearly, doesn't bother me though. What happened?
Roll honor.
Is that 2d6s or 1?
It's still 2d6. Everything's 2d6. But remember, I
Okay.
gave you your, you have bonuses or negatives to each of them.
Well, with mine, because I am a different character, do I just assume the
Oh,
same?
yours
That's-
just base. His is base for everything.
Okay, then I got a 5.
He's useless.
5. Yeah, he just keeps giving you the silent treatment and won't answer anything that you try to say to him.
Is this
All
your
right.
first time coming to the island? Are you also going to Leif Harbor?
Like, he's not answering anything that you ask.
All right, have a good night, man.
And
Mario,
Scars. Sorry.
go ahead.
Scars would love to hurt this man, right? But like, he also he does it for a purpose, like for a reason, and he doesn't really think that like getting this random guy to tell us more is worth like going over and like really getting into him. So
I think if Scars is hesitant, then we probably shouldn't do anything just yet. I would like to go over and talk to who'd you say? Eric, who is kind of the guy who got us on the boat, I believe you said.
So that's the mayor of Leif
That's the
Harbor.
mayor.
We'll be meeting him when we land.
Okay.
So your
Who
options
else?
at this point, it's just you, the captain, and John Smith Edwards on the boat. You
I
don't
would like
have
to
to
go-
talk to anyone.
I would
unless you
like to
want
talk to the captain and ask him
Okay.
specifically why this other man is aboard the boat. I think our understanding was that we were, this was kind of a private ordeal. I don't think DeMarco would want people knowing that his son is out here in danger. So I think, I don't know, I think I'm trying to get a little more information, figure out who this guy is, because it feels like he could either be a part of it or he might know too much, and either way, we might not want him here.
Okay.
Gage, I'm going to just kill everyone you put in front.
As you're approaching the captain, you hear a splash and see that John Smith Edwards is no longer on the boat.
Well, let's see if he survives.
Captain, did you let that man on this ship? Or did
What
you
man?
just Okay. All right, we're gonna have one of those days. All right. Okay, have a nice day. I'm just gonna go back.
yeah, Scars pops up. He's like, we really should leave this guy alive. Like,
Yeah, well, he jumped. If you didn't did you see the guy? And I asked the captain about him. The captain said, "What man?" And so either we're on the 1940s version of
who's on first?
I was going to make 3 different jokes at once. None of them worked out. I don't think we're set up for a good situation here, Scars. This feels like DJ. I didn't warn you about this ahead of time, but I'm planning on just making up obscure references, assuming that our 2 characters have like some amount of history.
Love it.
This feels like Christmas Eve at a Tina Dellarino's house all over again.
Oh, I don't remember that.
You were in the basement. I don't think you would.
You said, yeah, I remember that story.
I don't
now. You said
remember
something
that.
about going down there and giving someone a few gifts. What you
I
said?
don't remember that.
Okay.
Okay. Well, this is going to be great. This is great.
This is great.
Scars is gonna just walk away from this conversation, and he's gonna go just kind of exactly where the other dude just was, and just kind of stare out and just watch the
Can we
waves.
see?
And
Did he swim away? Did he like actually splash in the water, or like as
So
did
you
all
heard
I'll
traces
take a look.
vanish?
Yeah,
you heard a splash, much like what happens when you drop a rock into the water, and you don't see him swimming. You didn't hear anything else, and you see no sign of anything anywhere.
sus. Anyway, Scars is gonna just look at the water, or like try to look for land. Do I see anything important if I am kind of watching the horizon?
Yeah,
Trying to watch the horizon.
Yeah, so when you're looking out at the horizon, you see what looks like a couple of jagged cliffs. Now, this is only about an hour ferry ride, so you're really not that far. but you can see kind of in the distance, like the beginning of the island, you can see what looks like a couple of jagged cliffs sticking up, and they look really dark against the gray skies. So you know that you're going to be there pretty soon. You don't really see anything else at this point. You're going along the coast, so I mean, you see beside you, you see the craggy land, and you've got like a nice fog in the air. It's about it. There's really not that much scenery to take in. The water is surprisingly calm as you head to Leif's Harbor.
I think we just kind of
Hang out.
head to Leif's Harbor.
Okay. So as you're approaching Leif's Harbor, let's fast forward to that. You get to Leif's Harbor, and as you are pulling up to the docks, you see a man. He's a big man. He's got broad shoulders. He looks as though he's a man who's worked like done a very good job taking care of himself, and doesn't look like he'd be like mayorly necessarily. He has very, very long blonde hair that he wears in a braid. And as you guys get there, you see that he's standing there waiting for you with a big smile on his face. Just seems like excited to have you there. You also see that the town behind is, because you can see like the beginning of it, it's not really that huge or that like complex or anything. There's just a couple of buildings, what looks like they could be a couple of houses. Some of them are in disrepair, as if no one has lived in them for a while, and others look bright and exuberant, as though someone lives in them now and is taking very good care of them. As soon as you pull up, you guys are at the dock, and you see the mayor. He greets you. He's like, "Hello, welcome to Leif's Harbor. My name is Eric Leifson. This is a town that has been in my family for quite some time now. How was the trip?"
It was pretty boring.
It was weird. There's a man on the ship who jumped off who wasn't supposed to be there. I'm sorry, you said this town has been in your family for generations? So
Well, of
this is
course.
America.
Well,
I know we're
if-
working with the mob here, but this sounds a little corrupt. If you don't mind me saying, this feels a little bit out there. I understand you're supposed to lead us somewhere to where we believe. Give us a little more information on where DeMarco's son might be. Could you maybe give us connections to someone who's maybe not related to you, who could give us more information?
I'd say his name is James. You may have seen him around, kind of a little annoying little kid, kind of going around doing something. Who knows?
I feel like I remember him. He was here. I think he got here about a month ago, maybe a little bit longer. The best people to ask would probably be Alan Edgars. He runs the local bar, so you could talk to him. You could probably talk to Harry H. House. He runs the hotel.
Triple H.
Or that's not even his song.
Go
Or
on.
if you're,
You play the game.
I think, there is someone else that you might be able to talk to, but I don't know that they ever spoke. So I would start with one of those guys. I can tell you all you want, but you sound untrusting.
I say, hi, nice to meet you. My name's Fredo.
Well, hello, Fredo. Thanks for coming. I know that you guys are looking for a friend. How can I help you?
My friend Bobby Gillespie is from this island. Do you know Bobby Gillespie?
No one named Bobby Gillespie has ever lived here.
He may have lied to me. I thought we were friends. Okay.
There's your whole deep character backstory. You're like, oh, I have a friend who lives on the island. This is going to make me connected and everything. He's like, no.
Understood. Got it.
Gage is
Mayor's
just
like,
saying,
you ever heard the term catfish, boy?
Gage is like, listen, DJ, this is subliminal messaging. You don't have any other friends but me. All right. This is it.
These
Look
the
at
scars
me.
we made along the way.
I'm the captain. Mr. Mayor?
Just
If
call
you
me
have-
Eric.
Absolutely not. Mr.
Eric
Mayor,
Mayer.
Mr. Mayor, you said you do remember him. Do you remember where he might have been at any particular point? How long he was here? Any incidents that might have taken place near, like involving him, where he might have lived? Anything at all that would give us some physical location?
Well, I wasn't, and you can tell he seems a bit cagey about it. Uh, I know that he stayed. He stayed at Holmes Inn, the hotel, like I said, run by Harry H. House, and I think he regularly visited Edgar's, Alan Edgar's bar. So
Okay.
those might be some places you can check out.
Okay.
Which of those two men do you think is less strong-willed than the other?
That's an odd question. I've known both of them for a long time.
They call me Scars.
No, listen, Fredo. This is why we don't let you do the talking.
Okay.
Mario, do you think your brother would be at the bar or at a hotel? Like, where is he going to spend most of his time?
You'd probably go to the bar first and then the
Okay.
hotel after.
All right, we'll start with the
Yeah.
bar. Thank you, Mr. Fredo. We'll leave before my friend cuts your toes off or whatever he does.
As you guys head into the main part of town, you're walking down the roads. It's not a very complex town, like I said. The hotel and the bar are pretty close to each other, kind of in the middle. And as you're walking toward them, you see a row of houses, 10 or 15, not many, but it seems like every other one looks like no one has lived in it forever. Almost. It looks like...
Scars is going to go take a look
Okay.
in one of those old rundown houses.
Go ahead and just do a basic roll. Just do a basic roll.
Buckle up. That's a 10.
Okay, so as you look at the house, when you're looking inside, it seems almost like everything's untouched. Like it looks as though daily life was going on. Like there's food set at the table, because you're just looking in through the window, right? I would assume.
Yeah.
So like you can...
I was if the house is run down enough, I was gonna like go inside. But if it's, I'm not gonna like start by damaging the property.
Okay. So you check, and the door's unlocked. So you don't have to damage
Great.
it. You walk in. When you're in the first room, you see the house is very simple. It's basically like a studio apartment, kind of. It's got like the dining room. It does have a separate bathroom, but it's just very simple. There is food at the table, and everything looks as though whoever was there just up and disappeared.
What's the state of the food at the table?
It is like beyond rotten.
Cool. That's my rap name.
And there's like a layer of dust on everything in the house. Do you want to look at any of the others?
All of them, and I need you to tell me each one at a time.
Oh, yikes.
What I find.
Okay, so
Now,
let's just go ahead.
I mean, I think Scars would say that he's seen one. He assumes, like, he doesn't know necessarily what to think, whether it's like some mass extinction event or what. But he doesn't feel the need to look at more of them. Maybe piques his curiosity a little bit. Maybe he'll look more into it later. But he doesn't feel the need to like keep investigating this. Like he just kind of got sidetracked on his way to the thing they're supposed to be doing.
Do we see any people like in the street?
Yeah, like you see a couple people here and there. Not many. The people
Do
that
they look normal?
Yeah, they look like normal people. Maybe their clothes look a little bit old. Not like what you guys are wearing, but you're probably, I would assume, wearing
Like they're from the 40s.
like suits or something.
Oh, they look like they're dressed from the 30s.
Yeah, so they look like
That's-
they're dressed from the
It's
30s.
like the village
or
by
something.
M. Night Shyamalan. They're all just like different entirely.
They're not that bad. They just, their clothes look a little old. It's a place that doesn't get a lot of traffic, so it looks like most of the stuff they made themselves.
Okay.
It's only an hour ferry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna establish a clothing shop here, and we're gonna make a killing. I used to be called Scars. Now they call me Stitches. You'll notice I'm not wearing any clothes. I'm not named by the clothes I wear, but by the clothes I give.
Clothes wrap her back, huh?
I'm scared, guys.
As you're walking, yes, you do see a couple of people around. It is, it's still morning time. It's about noon, so like people are, they're just going about doing their business. Like you see, there's, like people have gardens outside of their homes, so they're tending to the gardens. You've got people who are like, you've got a couple of kids who are just running around in the street. Not a lot. Like it's a very small group, like a really small local group. And as you're approaching Edgar's, you see off in the distance, which is in a very weird place because you feel like a lighthouse would be where you could see it from the water, but you see off in the distance what looks to be a lighthouse,
What looks to be a lighthouse? You mean like we saw
like a tower. Like you see a
a
tower.
tower-looking thing with the light at the top? Like
It
the
does
light was
have
on, or the light was
the
not on?
lights on. You see a tower with a
I
light at the
roll
top.
perception to see if it's a lighthouse. We don't have perception.
Yeah,
It,
we
it,
don't have perception.
it is essentially a lighthouse, uh, but it's not where a lighthouse should be. Like it's really
Climate
far.
change.
Like it's in like inland. It's too far inland for what you would expect a lighthouse to be, and it's not tall enough to be noticeable from the water at that point.
Yeah, that would be reverse climate change at this point, DJ. If it's further away, like the
If
The
the
water
water
line, I
if the
mean-
water level rises, though,
They're very forward thinking.
they're planning for climate change. They're
Yeah,
like,
They
let's
know
make the
that
environment
they know
worse.
that they know that aerosol cans are going to be the worst,
Yeah.
best thing ever invented for hair.
Just you wait.
Just you wait. Anyway, so I'm assuming you said we're right at the bar.
yeah, you're at the
Um,
bar.
I would like to kind of look it over, see if I like. Is it one story, two stories? Is it like, are there
It's
clear
just-
exits?
It's just a classic little saloon looking thing. There's one door on the front with windows. It's got like one of those wraparound porches, and you see like two windows on either side of the door, spaced about 10 feet apart. It's a wooden building, nothing crazy.
Okay.
There's, I guess, if you want to go around it, you see that there is a door on the back as well.
Okay.
I go straight in the front door, go straight to the barkeeper and order a drink.
Scars. I feel like we should keep someone near the back just in case. Do you want to be by the back door?
Yeah, I'll stand there.
Okay.
You promise not to cut someone the first time you see them?
I don't do. I only cut for purpose.
Yeah,
But I
he's-
am, as I stand there, like I'm just kind of like rubbing the scalpel, like kind of up and down my jacket, like kind of getting antsy. Like
He'll be fine. He can stay.
As you open the
He's got it.
door, there is a large man standing there who says, "Any guns, you need to leave at the door."
didn't say scalpels.
We're also still outside.
Did you say that out loud?
I can't hear it.
I was gonna say, I believe he's already headed towards the back door. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take out my pistol that I've got just like in my coat jacket.
Mhm.
But I've got my briefcases with me that they look like normal briefcases. So I'm not gonna draw any attention to them. I'm just gonna put my gun on the counter and I'm gonna be asked, do I write down my name? Do I take a number? What's the deal?
There's like
I'm about to say, I try to
six
conceal
people
the
in the
pistol.
bar.
Huh?
He's like, "I'll remember your face."
Okay. All right.
I do say I-
I'll remember my gun, and together we might remember whose gun it is.
I
Uh,
said earlier, concealable pistol, so I'm imagining I'm hiding it. I hand him this, like the Tommy gun, submachine gun, whatever I have, and look at him directly in the eye and go, DeMarco has his regards. Don't lose our stuff.
The look on his face implies he has no idea who DeMarco is.
And that's fine.
Okay. Okay, first, what you see. There is just a classic bar. There's like 6 people in here. Over in one corner, there are 4 people playing poker. There is the bartender, who you assume is Alan Edgar's. And then there's a man sitting at the bar, looking like he's had a bit too much to drink.
Is the big man Alan Edgar's?
The big man...
Or like the bartender?
Okay, I didn't include the big man. I say the bartender is who you assume to be Alan Edgar's.
Yeah.
I think Mario, do you want to go talk to the man at the bar? I'm curious if those gentlemen
no
over
more.
there have
Oh, bartender.
know anything. I'm going to go to the poker table.
Well, howdy. How can I help you?
What is your favorite drink?
Well, we don't have much, but I got some pretty good rye that I could give you.
What's your favorite one?
I don't know my alcohol, Garrett.
I'll save you the trouble. It's fine because whatever you were gonna say, I'm like, it's garbage. Give me the other thing, anyways.
It's a malt rye. I don't think that's a real
All right.
thing.
Who knows? I
Alternate
don't want it.
universe.
Alternate universe.
I don't want it. Just give me a good old whiskey.
How many fingers you want?
2.
2. Okay, 2 fingers of whiskey. Gotcha. You want it on the rocks?
No.
Okay.
Neat.
So, what brings you here?
We're actually looking for someone. Goes by the name of James. You ever heard of him?
James what?
DeMarco.
Describe him for me.
Little short, annoying kid.
Looks like
Probably
you.
kind of looks like me, just a little younger. Probably in like the 15, 16, 17 age range.
I think I
19
might have
maybe.
seen him. He was in and out of here a little bit a couple weeks ago.
Did he give you an idea where he was going?
No, he just kind of seemed like he knew what he was about. I don't know what he was here for, but he was in and out as he pleased, and I didn't see much of him outside of here. I saw him going to the hotel. I assume that's where he stayed. That's the only really place
Gotcha.
to stay if you're a guest.
You don't know anything else? As I like casually slide like a $10 bill across the counter.
I saw him once or twice hanging out with that crazy old Edward, jabbering
Who's
on
Edward?
about something. He's the one who lives out at that tower you probably saw. I wouldn't
Noted.
believe a word he says, though. That man is insane.
Aren't we all, bud?
No.
How much was the whiskey, by the way, so I can keep track of
Aren't
my
we all,
money?
bud?
Whiskey, say 1940s, like $1.
Like $1. Okay, so I'm down $11. Got it.
So I went over to the poker table and I'm gonna ask if they can deal me in, if that's all right.
Yeah, someone else just left. Go ahead and take a seat.
All right.
Real quick.
Because my character does care about money, can I just roll to see how well I do?
Yeah, go ahead. It's 21.
It's
Blackjack.
black. Okay.
Blackjack.
Blackjack.
What is 21?
I don't know the names of anything.
Is this a specific roll or is this just a general roll? Because I got a 12.
Let's go general. 12. Oh. Yeah.
They're not going to be.
counting
They're not going to
cards.
like me. We're no. I'm just.
So you hadn't put.
I don't know how to count.
I don't know if you're going to count that 12 as like for the whole, like for several rounds or just a single round, but I'd like to like win early, get like a few bucks from each of them if possible. Like try to draw them out in the first round, and then like the next few rounds, let them win a couple to like win them over a little bit, just as we have conversation. Like lose.
Yeah, sure.
I
We'll go with
win
that.
big the first hand, and then I'm going to intentionally lose a little, like some of it back, if not most of it back, just to kind of like get on their good side.
Yeah, let's go with
You
that.
call
So
that hustling.
you've got.
Reverse hustling. They're getting money. I don't know what you're talking about.
So you get $15 added to your amount because they each had 5 in. You put 5 in. You won that round.
Okay.
So.
And just as I play, I'd be like, ask questions like, we're haven't been here before. We're kind of new to town.
Oh, we can
You guys
tell.
know. Oh yeah, I'm sure. We definitely don't look the part around here. I'm
What's that
curious
supposed
though.
to mean?
Oh, we just like, people dress different places, and just we stick out a little bit, don't you think?
Go ahead. Do roll an honor for me.
Oh shoot, which am I good at that one or no? I don't think. I think that one's a 0 for me.
I just like turn
Oh,
at
that
the
is my
bar.
worst one.
I just turn at the bar and look at the poker table like, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's a -1 for you.
Minus one is for me. Still an 8 total.
8 total. Okay, so you can tell they're starting to get a little bit tense, but
Because I'm asking questions or because
Not
I'm
be-
kicking their butt?
because it sounds like it almost sounds like you're being offensive toward them. Like they're starting to
Talking
kind of think
down.
you're annoying. Yeah, talking down to them. It sounds like there's just not respect in how you're dealing with them. But you're putting money into the game, so they're letting you stick around, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to, interfere with the game you guys got going here. We're looking for a friend, someone who got lost. We're trying to find help wherever we can. So I'm saying this as I'm like gonna lose a hand to let
Their
the
names are Fred, Ted, and Red.
which of them seems to be like in charge, or at least the most conversational.
Fred.
I'm gonna intentionally lose the next round, let him get some money back, let him feel a little bit better. It's like just feels like gentlemen might, you're in a spot here where a lot of people might come in and come out. You might have seen him, might have known something about our friend who came through. See if you had any more information for us, anything we could work with.
Well, we do recognize whenever someone unfamiliar rolls through. I
It'd
don't
be
know if-
about a kid about. I point to Mario. Looks a little bit like that kid over there. Uh, a bit younger. From what I understand, a bit of a chatterbox. Probably talked your ear off a little too much. Um, but
Yeah, he played a few hands with us. Took him for all he was worth.
yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, you really brought out the welcome wagon for him. Well, did you guys see? We hadn't heard back from him in a while. We're kind of sent here to figure out what happened to him. He didn't like start a fight or anything, did he? He didn't find any trouble while he was here that you know of.
Oh, for all we know, he could have just fallen into one of the caves.
One of the Oh, you got lots of caves out here.
Yeah, you saw those cliffs, right? When you were coming
Mm.
in? They've got these cave systems. Don't go near them. They're dangerous. But so many, like we've lost children in them. We've lost visitors. I just assumed he fell.
All right, all right.
How
Well,
small is this bar? Like, is that? Can I hear that within earshot?
You can vaguely hear, like, you can kind of hear it. You can kind of hear
Okay,
it.
but not enough. I was gonna be like, I was gonna butt in, but
As
I
this
think
is going on, the guy at the bar who looked like he'd had a bit too much to drink stands up, and you realize he is very, very tall. Where's DJ's character?
I'm standing out back, but like before too long, I'm getting a bit antsy, so I'm probably gonna like kind of peek in the back door and like
So
make my way in.
he gets up and is like stumbling around like he is a drunk man. He's big, he's got a beard, and he's wearing a top hat.
I love him.
what's his name?
It's
We need
Lincoln
to-
Abrams.
Lincoln.
all right. Hold on. Side note here. You have Lincoln Abrams. You have Alan Edgar. What's going on here, Gage?
What are you doing?
Does
What are you
Alan
making
Edgar
here?
have a dog named Poe by chance?
No, he has a dog named Raven.
Wait. Okay, so first,
Oh, the other guy is H.H. Holmes. Got it.
Yeah.
Murder boy.
Murder.
I'm surprised none of you picked up on Eric Leifson.
I
I
Leif
yeah.
Erikson. I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think the SpongeBob quote of "Happy Leif Erikson Day" like was in the Patrick
Leif-
voice was gonna really roll with your vibe, but
Leif Erikson's a real person.
no,
Also,
I know, but I was
uh,
gonna say it just like Garrett said it.
But yeah, so you've got Lincoln Abrams is walking drunkenly toward the back door right as you're peeking in, and he pushes it open with so much force that it knocks you back.
Oh, sorry, sir.
He just looks at you kind of like leery-eyed. It's like, what are you doing here?
What are you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean for. I'm so. They call me Scars.
Roll real quick, just roll honor. I want to see something. Because I have a plan, but I kind of want you to get around it real quick.
Well, I got a 4. What do I have a 0 in honor? I think I have a 0. I got
I
a
think
4.
you have a 0 in honor. Okay, yeah, he swings at you.
I feel like Mario and I probably saw
Yeah, I
him
was
heading
gonna
out.
ask, like, would we see him like leaving the back door? Do we need a roll for that at all?
You just see him like drunkenly stumbling.
Right. Well, you were saying it's a pretty small bar, so I imagine we can like see the direction of the back door.
Yeah, don't worry about it. He swings, misses completely, and like
Oh,
does
but Scars is ready.
he does that cartoon thing where he like swings so hard he like spins around on his toe and then falls down. And he's just
So
like sleeping drunk. It was a
Scars
bad roll.
is the door closed now? Like, are there witnesses nearby?
There are windows right next to where you are.
We need to get outside
Let's
and make
say
sure he's okay.
let's say
Scars.
Alan watched this. Alan Edgars watched this and is already walking toward it.
I think as I'm gonna like opt out of the next hand, and I'm gonna ask Alan Edgars. I'm gonna just say, is that man okay? Does he need some help? He didn't look all right.
Yeah, he's been drinking a little bit too much lately. He tries to get in
Wanna-
fights
While-
with anyone who passes. Could you help me pick him up?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna head out with him. I'm also going to go ahead and like line up the code for one of my briefcases that I'm carrying with me as I go out. The one specifically that has my gun in it.
While he's distracted, because he was on his way out and then
Mm-hmm.
he got distracted. I'm just gonna grab the scalpel and just like a little cut on his cheek.
Okay. You do that. He's asleep.
While they're doing that, I go ahead and leave out through the front of the bar and grab our stuff and go back around the bar.
Okay.
So I'm going back out the back with Alan Edgars. What's his take as he sees things? I'm hoping we don't see Scars hunched over with a little knife, like with a tiny drop of blood or whatever.
No, he did it quickly enough that you don't notice. I'm gonna go ahead and give you that.
Little blood fiend.
Alan
Call me Scars.
Alan Edgars looks at Lincoln and is like, okay, we should probably get him to the doctor, see if we can get him sobered up pretty quick. Coincidentally, doctor lives in the hotel. Would you help me get him over there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay.
So we'll help out while we go over because I haven't had a chance to talk to Alan Edgars yet.
Mm-hmm.
I might just strike up conversation, say, you stuck doing this often for your patrons, or is this a special case?
It's been happening more lately. Specifically, Mr. Abrams here. He's not been doing great.
How come?
Well, ever since his wife, and he just kind of like falters off. He's like, well, he's just not been doing good.
Right.
Who was the crazy guy you saw my brother with at the hotel again?
Oh, that was Edward Thomas.
Gotcha.
I'm a little curious. Just town as we're coming in, there just seems to be a few things that feel a little odd. That just threw us off, making it hard to find our way around town. One, I heard you mention some kind of lighthouse, but it's not a lighthouse.
Well, it is a lighthouse, but that's not what it's used for. That Edward built it. He's not from here. Most of us who are here have been here our whole lives, but he came in a few years ago and had this thing built, but he just keeps himself locked up in there.
I
Huh.
hear you.
What does he do around town? Does he work? Just kind of hangs around like a hermit style, or what's going on with him?
He doesn't come to town often. He normally is blabbering on about something crazy.
Well, what kind of crazy? Like he's gonna hurt somebody crazy, or like he saw
Oh.
something in his shoe last night crazy?
Talking about monsters and the songs that he hears at night, things along those lines. It's all just a bunch of gibberish.
Okay, special kind of crazy. As we're walking over, I'm imagining like we're seeing some of the houses that look like weird, that just look like strangely abandoned. It's like, did something happen here? It looks like for this size of a town, there should be a lot more people. I don't mean to bring up any like tragedies for you guys or anything, but it just feels a little, out of place as we're going through. Is town doing all right?
Oh, people leave. Now,
Where do they go?
do a roll. Any of you.
a barrel roll.
Andrew or Garrett, one of you two, since
I
you're
got
the
a
ones
6.
talking to him.
I got an 11. What kind of roll is this?
Just
Just a
2d6. Yeah, just a roll. Just a
normal-
general
Just a
roll.
roll. Then it's an
So-
11.
All you can tell,
I'm on a roll.
Garrett, you don't really sense anything, but Andrew, you notice, like, obviously there's stuff that he's not letting on about, but when you say where do they go, all he says is they just go. but you can tell that like
Okay.
he's like he feels weird about even saying that much, I guess. Like
Okay.
like he
Not
shouldn't have said people go.
I'm assuming before we left, we would go back to the front, get our guns that we left there, and then leave.
I already
Garrett
got
said
him.
he did that for you
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah, he said he did that while you were leaving.
Okay.
So you've all got your stuff.
Anything you guys want to check before we go to the hotel? Anything we want to ask this guy and his cryptic answers? Want to ask if he's got anyone in his floorboards or
I mean,
do you regularly hear the sound of a heartbeat of your neighbor that you hate? Just
Huh.
Did he have an eye that just stared at you nonstop?
just
Like,
starting a conversation,
Strangely enough, I do. Do you, do you have a black cat who meows at the chimney in your house?
how about a clock that's red?
How about a cask of Amontillado?
Did all the women in your life all die
Nevermore.
from tuberculosis?
Did you marry your niece who was half your age?
That man,
No.
like most of his trauma was self-inflicted, I'll say, but literally he was
Very
a
traumatic
carrier
story.
for TB or something. Literally everyone around him kept dying from
Yep.
tuberculosis
Yep.
all the time.
He was also probably drugged and murdered.
Look at this cat. Look at this cat sitting on the ottoman. He is causing
Look at
so
this
much
what?
trouble. This cat.
This
Blur.
what?
This thing.
Oh, okay.
What?
It's made of hair and it has ears.
You want to see
That's
my
all-
thing?
that's all you need. No.
Phrasing.
No. Rephrase. Oh,
where is it?
I'm
Where is it?
so I'm the opposite of what you just described. I am not made of hair. Anything else you guys want to talk about, ask, or do before you get to the
my
hotel?
headphones are caught in my arm, my chair. Just about yanked them out of my ear.
I feel like everyone we talk to has zero answers that they're willing to give us. So, listen, I play a lot of D&D. I run a lot of D&D campaigns, Gage. I know when you're only giving us minimal information through the NPCs. Move me to the plot point. Give me
Sir,
the
that's
plot point.
metagaming. Sir, that's metagaming.
Scars is gonna like. Is this guy okay? Does I know something about medicine and biology, and I can take a look after
No,
Mr. Abrams.
Scars.
He just needs to sober up. Like, we just need to get him into the hotel and get him to the doctor.
Okay, he could come to my clinic.
Listen,
You
Scars.
don't.
Someone here has information that we need, and they're probably not going to want to tell us. And then you can have a conversation with them, which I know.
Someone
is what you
here
really
tried
want.
to punch me.
Hey, they are all giving you information.
Just
Oh,
like the
they're not.
cryptic kind, like of, oh, did you see him? Yeah, he was around. All right, okay.
Well,
And
I mean,
did he
the
disappear?
barkeep-
Yeah, he probably just went into a cave.
The
Like
barkeep did help us. Like, he
put him in
told
a
us
cave.
I had to pay him a little bit, but he did tell us that, hey, he was seen at the tower. Let's drop this guy off. We'll head to the tower, and then we'll let Scars go talk to Edwards, the old man.
We could probably stop by his room too, just to make sure there's
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
if
Good
there's
call.
anything in there. If there's anyone in there,
That's true.
then won't be there for long. You don't have to stay here, but you can't go home.
Okay,
You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave.
so you go into the hotel, and Abrams is awake at this point, and so Alan doesn't need help from you guys anymore. So you're in the hotel, and you see a man wearing a bowler cap and a suit behind the desk. This, you assume, is Harry H. House.
I go talk to him.
Well, hello,
Hi, sir. I'm
sir.
Fredo.
Oh, hello, Fredo. My name is
Nice
Harry.
to meet you.
How can we help you?
I'm gonna dump this guy off at the door and like rush up to like get back up to where Scars is, so he doesn't say anything about his scars.
Oh, it's a small little entry area. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine we're all already right there with them.
Yeah, you're
so.
just a few feet apart.
How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing well. And it's good to see that we have some guests today. I don't really get as much business as I'd like. I guess setting up a hotel here where we don't get a lot of traffic wasn't my best business venture.
Yeah, it's not good when people go, is it?
Why would you say that?
Hey, how's it going? My name's Mario.
Hi, Mario.
It's me, I'm Mario.
I almost did it.
That was the
I almost
energy you
did.
brought there. It's like,
Yeah.
It's
me. Mario can't do that voice.
How are you, Mario?
John Cena.
Yeah. So hey, quick question. Kind of got some. We're looking for somebody. Goes by the name of James. Kind of looks like me, a little bit younger. Likes to talk a whole lot.
Yeah.
I heard you're staying here.
Yeah, he was staying here, I'd say, well, he never checked out, but it's been about a week since I last saw him.
Cool. Can we go check his room out?
Do you have any ID?
I mean, this is his
The
brother.
older
if you
brother.
couldn't
I know.
tell.
I would assume you have some kind of ID on you.
Yeah,
like, just
yeah.
show,
Here's
like,
my
the names.
wallet.
Yeah.
This is a 40s man. Don't make
Listen,
that kind
sir.
of assumption.
Okay, here we go. Here's the wallet. Okay, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Yeah. He was in room 2A. It's
Awesome.
on the.
Just
imagine-
It's like it's a 2-story building.
Here's a Nintendo 3DS XL.
No, I'm
There's like,
imagining-
what is that?
That your ID is your like me profile on your.
So
That was the joke.
it's a 2-story building. So that means he's in room A on the 2nd floor.
Well,
So you go up. You go
yeah,
up.
I
and
go in
check
the room.
Scars thanks him.
You're welcome. He looks at you like really intently.
We
It's
have
like
to go now.
Windows to your soul stare.
Yeah. So you go up and you get into the room. He gives you the key because he has a spare key to all the rooms. He gives you the room. He checked. He's like, yeah, okay, you're his brother. That's fine. Go ahead. There's no perception, but like I guess each of you can roll a perception. Just a
9.
basic check. Okay, Garrett got a 9, which is
I may not talk good, but I can see well.
well, 9 is successful with the drawback.
Crap.
I got a 5.
Okay.
I do have eyeballs, but you probably can't tell.
Should I roll for each eye?
No.
One die for each eye.
Well, if
I
you
got
If
it.
that's the case, I'm blind in my left eye.
Okay, so Andrew, you see, like, you know, you don't like not see anything, but you walk in and you really just kind of like see that the bed's unmade. Like that's the main thing you point out. Like you see that the bed's unmade, the window is open. That's all you can see. Not like open enough for someone to get in or out, but it's cracked open. And then Garrett and DJ, you notice that like on the wall above the headboard, there are some strange symbols carved into the wall.
How did I not see that?
They're not big. They're not big.
No, it's just like, I mean, that's me as a character
yeah.
being like, oh, all right, some cult.
You like slowly
letters,
take
like-
off the green sunglasses and you're like, oh yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm wearing sunglasses indoors. Oh,
Your sunglasses actually give you a disadvantage when you roll for perception.
In case anyone has forgotten, those are his night vision
my
goggles.
night vision sunglasses.
So, yeah, you see these symbols carved above the bed, but you can't tell what they are. Like, that's the drawback to the roll. You genuinely have no clue what the symbols mean or what they're a reference to. You see that his suitcase is still here. It's open, but it doesn't look like anyone's been rifling through it or anything. It's just open. But it looks like it's only a third full.
So as his older brother, I do feel like it's more comfortable if I go through his suitcase instead of 2 random people.
Yeah, you can go through it.
Gotcha.
You see, you don't need to roll or anything. You see just like basic clothes, like probably one of his nicer outfits that he would have left in a suitcase still. You see that he has a notebook that has a few pages torn out. But the last page before the pages that were torn out, all it says is, went to the lighthouse today. Edward told me about the caves.
I keep that notebook and I draw the symbols in the wall, like in the notebook, so we can see them for reference.
Good.
The notebook starts floating.
The wall
you hear
starts
Latin,
floating.
but no one speaks Latin around you.
It's also written on the wall. The wall starts floating. You're all Italian. You probably speak some level of Latin.
Fair.
I was just thinking more like, oh, okay, like 1940s Italian. We're probably all Catholic. Like, there's
Yeah.
a little bit of Latin going on here.
Yeah.
Transubstantiation.
But yeah, you don't really see anything else out of the ordinary.
Okay.
The room looks like he's been staying there. So a lot of the clothes. So he's been gone for like a month now. So there's a relatively small amount of clothing for the amount of time that he's been gone. So that makes you assume probably that he's taken some of it with him when he left. Meaning,
It's camping.
sure.
It means he's doing laundry.
But yeah,
Okay.
that's what you notice.
I would like to see if there's still a pencil. I want to do the trick with the pencil on the notepad where you sketch over the torn pages, the pages that torn off to see the writing underneath. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
there's
yeah. I forgot about that.
There's a pencil, and you can do that. You don't have to roll because that's going to be successful regardless. All that you see is don't trust them.
All right, guys. I think we found most of what we need to find here. If let's go to this lighthouse and let's go there right now.
One more
Okay.
thing before we leave, I check like under the mattress to make sure, like that, like in the pillowcases, to make sure there's nothing hidden.
There's nothing hidden.
Okay, I figured. I just want to be safe.
Scars, I don't want to like get us ready for violence, but this sounds like something absolutely insane is happening at this place, at this town. Let's Mario, let's find your brother. Let's get out of here as fast as possible.
As you are getting ready to leave the room, you notice that the light that was streaming through the window is gone. It has suddenly gotten extremely dark, nearly pitch black outside. And you can hear the wind, and it starts raining through the window.
Well, I close the window,
Okay, you close the window. Good. Save on
All right,
water
but
damage.
I also look out to see why it has gotten so dark all of a sudden. Like
Oh, it's just like a
just
tropical storm.
just
Like
tropical rain. Okay.
tropical storm. But it's
All
like
right. Well,
a huge storm.
Gage, I don't want to make you feel dumb, but I did pack a poncho.
You did. Did anyone else?
I did pack a scalpel.
He's like slicing the rain as it's falling, like anime
Listen,
style.
At this point, you cut the shower curtain, like the little, like the water resistant one, and you wear that as a poncho. That's not. How far away is the lighthouse from here? I guess.
It's probably a good like 2 mile walk.
Ugh.
And it's like there's like some forestation on the island. It's in the middle of the forest. So like there's lightning, there's thunder, there's all kinds of rain coming down. Probably not the best idea to go out there right now.
So here's the idea I pitched to you two. Why don't we just talk to the innkeep? We can see if the room has been paid for. If it has, we can stay here, and we'll take turns watching out. Because clearly we can't trust anyone here. So someone will stay awake, and we'll take turns keeping watch while the other two sleep.
Well, not a bad idea. Let's pick any other room but this one. There's like weird cult stuff on the walls. If your brother was here and then he was not here and they had anything to do with it, if we can't trust them, we really shouldn't be in the same room. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
The only exception I'll say is if your brother has one of the keys, and we know that this guy has the other key, then maybe we just take this second key and we do stay in this room and we just make sure he doesn't have any other keys. I don't know.
I'll go talk to him.
So here's what I'm thinking. Actually, Scars, this might be good. This might be a good experience. Okay, so this is kind of the vibe I'm getting is we're all in the mob, okay? Not afraid to break the law a little bit, especially for something like this important.
That's fair. Yeah.
It feels like a big deal. This town feels like people are just disappearing and there's no legal action happening. So, in the 40s, roughing up a hotel manager seems like the least of this town's concerns.
That's what I was created for.
So,
I was saying, why don't you and Scars go down and talk to him, and I can stay here?
I was thinking we bring the man up here, and if he doesn't seem inclined to talk, we could just keep him up here for a while until the storm clears up. That way, he doesn't go and cause any other kind of issues. Scars, does that make sense to you?
I've never been more happy in my entire life.
I'm horrified to hear you say it, but I'm grateful that it's not me who has to do it. I think me and Mario are going to go down and say, hey, we found some concerning things. There's some stuff in his room that just doesn't look good. It looks like someone might have gotten to him. Can you come and check this room out? We're a little bit concerned for his brother's safety now.
I'm actually going to stay in the room just to keep looking through things, just to make sure I got it all. So yeah, you guys go.
Oh, while we're down there, Scars is going to say. Also, we lost our key. Do you have another key by any chance?
Scars, you lost the key?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I lost it. Do you have a spare that we could borrow?
So
I'm so sorry. We'll pay you for this key, and I'm going to start like pull out and like
it's Frankie and Fredo are talking to Harry H. House. And he's like, "No, I'm actually really sorry. That was the only spare key I had."
Okay,
But I do have like a locksmith kit, so we can go grab that, and I can get the door opened.
That would be great. Yeah, appreciate that.
I'm still, and I am still in the room, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming that I locked it behind them, so when he walks in, like I'm like there, be like, hey, what's up? Like kind of a surprise factor. Gotcha.
I just want to make sure he actually didn't have another key.
Yeah, I figured that's what you were doing.
Yeah, smart man with knife. Go.
Okay, so he grabs the locksmith kit, and he's coming with you up to the room.
Okay. Now you might also remember I packed with us 10 feet of rope and a gag. I believe there was something else I had that was for physically restraining people, but I don't remember what it was.
You had a gag, a blindfold, and 10 feet of rope.
Yes, and then a poncho, a knife, fishing pole, gun. Like not all that was obviously in the suitcase, but I would like to just as we get up to the room. I think this is probably the kind of maneuver that me and Scars have pulled off before. We're luring someone into a room. One of us gags him, the other ties him up. And we try to do it in quick succession so he doesn't make a lot of noise. Mario's going to shut the door behind us, and then we'll like tie him to a chair and start the interrogation.
On the way up, Scars is going to ask, by the way, how much, we probably don't need to, but I'm curious, how much does it cost to rent a room for the night? Scars wants to know how much money we're saving by tying this man up.
Well, it's $5 a night.
That's outrageous. Could you help us to our room?
The man does have a business to run, okay? I mean, it feels like it's difficult to get good business here. It's a nice establishment. Let's not fault him too much for that. Like, trying not to scare the guy off who's like coming up with a locksmith tool, who we're about to just brutally interrogate when he may not know anything at all.
Yeah.
Fine. Me as a person just being like, this is a horrible thing we're about to do, but me as a character being like, but I'm gonna get paid.
Okay, it's only worth $80 today, so that's a good price. I'm sorry, sir.
Well, let's go ahead and get you guys back in your room. And so he unlocks the door, and you get in there. What do you do?
I forget. DJ, is your character the one that's good at fighty thingies?
Yes.
So he's probably going to need to be
I'll
the
restrain
one
him.
To restrain him. I'm gonna shove the gag in his mouth.
Well,
and then we're gonna try to.
Fredo, try to restrain him. Use your moxie. You're going to have an advantage, so you get to roll 3 times and use your 2 highest. He is, however, going to have an opportunity to respond or fight back.
Just a moment.
And Mario's closing the door like right as he gets in too. So even if he does make a sound, it'll be at least muffled.
Mm-hmm.
That is an unnatural 12.
Okay, so yeah, you definitely
Natural.
overpower him. He does fight back and like gets an elbow in your ribs or something, and like, but it doesn't hurt you too much. It just like, it stings, it bruises, but you're able to surprise him and get him however you want him.
Why you gotta say it like that? Okay, so I'm gonna gag him. I'm gonna tie him to the chair, and then Scars, I'm gonna kind of let you do your thing on the pain side. I guess DJ, as your character, is your character normally the one doing all the interrogating, or just the physical side of the interrogation?
He prides himself in doing all of it.
Okay, I'll let the professional do his work.
He'll get a little snippy if anyone tries to jump in. Like, you do your job, I do my job.
I'm going to make sure the door is locked. I'm actually probably going to see if I can take the mattress and put it up against the door, just kind of reinforce no one can hear you scream here. This is space. We haven't been to space yet. It's the 40s. Alternate timeline. We have been to space.
We have been.
JFK was born in the 20s.
Everyone
we know
who's been
space
to space
exists.
has like died in space though.
Rip.
So I kind of want to do. I walk over and I go to ask him a question.
Hey, no.
Does he still have the gag in?
I can't tell if DJ's talking to his dogs or talking to you.
I'm talking to Garrett.
I still go for it.
Does he still have the gag in?
He does still have the gag in.
So I go to remove it.
No.
Punch it back.
Mario. Listen, this kind of thing. I know, it's your family and everything. Nor is disrespect to you or your dad, But Scars has done this a lot of times before, and if you just pull that gag right out, he's gonna scream. So we gotta lay some ground rules for him, so he knows that if he screams, we're gonna butcher him like a little
Okay.
pig.
I
Okay.
slap him.
I think I'm gonna
He
turn to
doesn't
Scars.
react.
I'm so
like
sorry.
he gets slapped, doesn't react.
This seems a little unprofessional. I'm so sorry, Scars. I know this is not how you like to do your work, but I'll have a chat with the kid afterwards. About all we can do. I think I'm gonna try and like pull Mario back, try to make it look a little more like good cop, bad cop kind of thing. And I'll be like, hey, maybe we should chill out for a second. I don't think I even noticed that he like didn't get hurt by the slap. I'm just gonna like try to pull Mario off, thinking Scars is just gonna do his normal thing.
So sorry about that. Hi, nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
Did you remove the gag?
No. My name's Fredo. Good to meet you. Forget you ever heard that. Let's talk. Well, I'll talk. You listen. How's that sound? We've been in your town for what? 2 hours today? 3 maybe?
Do me a favor and roll an honor real quick.
Yeah. 9.
Okay, your intimidation is working.
So, hi, my name's Fredo. You know that. What you don't know is that some people call me Scars. And I... Just take a look. Look at my face. Do you see any scars? I asked you a question.
He's
Do you see any scars?
He shakes his head, but he shakes it like slowly. And the look in his eyes is not so much fear, but more like distaste.
I just go to the bathroom. Like I have to walk
On
away.
the floor.
No, like I have to walk away and like I like slam the door, but it's also like one of those like old crappy doors, so it doesn't like actually slam. It kind of like bounces back open, like as it goes back.
Do you see any scars? You don't. You don't. I'll let you think on that. We've been here for about 3 hours, and we're just looking. We're trying to find that guy in the bathroom. He's upset. He's looking for his brother. We're just trying to find this guy, and everyone's giving us the runaround. And you guys, sure, you've been helpful, but everyone knows more than they're letting on, and we're getting real tired of it. And so Scars pulls his scalpel out. Says, "Listen, there is nothing more in this world that I would love to do right now than make you bleed. But I'll give you an opportunity. I'll take the gag out of your mouth, and if you scream, that'll be the last noise you ever make. If you cooperate, you'll have a nice, long, happy life, making all the noises you want, and you'll forget you ever saw us. We'll forget we ever saw you. Doesn't that sound nice? I asked you a question. Doesn't that sound nice?"
He nods.
All right. So I go ahead and remove the gag from his mouth. That's good. You made the right choice.
He smiles and says, "There's nothing you can take from me I won't get back."
Scars, suggestion?
I give him a
Start
little
with-
cut just for that.
I was gonna say, Scars, a suggestion: start with the left nut and see if go from there.
Oh, I just give him a little scrape on his cheek, just a little slice. Oh yeah, I've got the scalpel, like I'm kind of flaunting it.
Yeah,
Just a
no,
little scrape.
he just taunts you.
Scars is a little confused, like what we're trying to get out of this guy though. like he's
So
been
if that's
given
the
a
case,
task.
I think what we were talking about before is we don't know what's going on. Like, no one's giving us a clear answer about what's going on in this town. And
So
clearly it's got something to do with his brother.
I'm assuming I still have the notebook with the sketching that Andrew had done of do not trust everybody. I come out of the bathroom, and you can tell that I'm furious, and just show him the notebook and just say, "What is this?
This isn't how I like to do it, but you should answer him.
Be careful.
Where's my brother?"
What you're looking for. And then he just like has a grin on his face that's like immoving, like unmoving.
I cut off an earlobe.
He's still he's still smiling.
Does he like even grimace about it?
Not really, no.
I have an idea, Scars. Mario, can you go fill up the bathtub, please?
Great idea.
Please. We're not without manners. I'm gonna put the gag back in his mouth. I'm gonna just cover the man's ears, and I'm gonna say, "Okay, I'm freaking out a little bit right now. This is weird, man. I'm trying to keep it cool. I don't want to ruin your thing, but it's not working. He doesn't seem to feel pain. I don't know if he's just a freak, or if he's if we've stumbled into hell somehow. I wouldn't be surprised. But my suggestion at this point is if he can't barely feel pain at all, we're not going to get anything out of him. And I don't want to deal with him anymore. So I say we just take him in this chair. We put his head underwater and we just walk away. I don't want to be in this building anymore. I don't care about the storm outside. I say we find this lighthouse.
Wait, can I cut him though?
Yeah, you
I
can
was
cut
muted.
him when he's in the water. Like,
Well,
maybe.
here's the thing. Okay, I say we do this to this man. We go downstairs. We grab a set of keys. I still think we should sleep in the inn for the night. Only one of us is prepared. That storm will ravage us.
What? You can't handle a little rain, Mario? Come on.
No.
I will
One of
say
us is prepared with a poncho.
the storm has become a monsoon, basically.
Yeah, no,
Let's do this
we're
thing.
staying here, and we'll do what I said earlier. We'll sleep in waves. I'll do first watch. We'll be fine.
Well,
I'm already fueled up on adrenaline and hatred from the homeboy upstairs, anyways, or downstairs. I'll do first watch. We'll be fine.
So we've got the water going. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dissect him as much as I can while he's alive.
I go downstairs and I
Okay.
find hopefully a key for like a king suite or something. Like I'm looking for top of the.
I also imagine this guy. I mean, this is the guy who owns the hotel. He's probably got the keys on him. We can just take them off
DJ,
of him.
As you are dissecting him while he's alive, you notice that there isn't blood running.
Oh.
Just put him in the water. Just put him in water. Just not because they will kill him. I don't think he's gonna die. I think he's already dead. I would just like him to not be able to make any sounds anymore.
He struggles and then goes limp. So he's dead, but he's smiling.
RSVP.
Like he died
He's
with
still
a smile
smiling?
on his
Did
face.
you
Yeah.
say RSVP?
Yeah, he's still smiling.
R.I.P. in
but,
peace, bro.
Like, as far as there's any measurable way to tell, he's dead.
Well, that's not fun.
Yeah. So, okay. I find keys to like a better room where we can like all sleep in one room.
Oh yeah, you can.
It-
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Let's say I find like a
So,
room that has
if you
3
want-
beds.
I will say
Or 2 beds.
he has like this one like ornate key, and it's for his living quarters, which is downstairs. If you want to do that, it's
We should
just
do
like
that.
the nicest room.
We should do that. Yeah.
Sure.
That way, like I said, those 2 can sleep. I'll stay guard, make sure, and then
Yeah.
what? 2 hours, 3 hours, we'll switch.
I would like to lock. Like if he's dead, I'm going to untie him so I can get my rope back, and I would like to lock him in the bathroom.
You do that. Yeah, that's
Um,
fine. That's good.
Tie him up maybe in like wrap him up in the shower curtain kind of thing.
Hmm.
Hide
him
the
on fire.
smell. Like, okay, well, calm down. We have to sleep here, remember? Not this room, but this building. And there's I don't know if there are smoke
So let's-
detectors or anything like that yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
well, so I'm guessing. Okay, he's dead now.
It did.
So now we just go ahead and go downstairs and get some rest after
Yeah.
a good old night of murder. Okay, cool.
Okay. You all go down the bedroom, like the master suite that he was living in is very nice. Like you see that it's got like a stocked fridge. It's got 2 beds. Sure, let's go with 2 beds in it. And like its own like really nice master bathroom, stuff like that. And you're all just hanging out in there. You can lock the door so that nobody can come in from the outside.
I lock it.
And there is a window, but you're on the first story, so like you can keep the curtains closed or whatever. It has a lock too.
Okay. Lock the window. Close the curtains. It's a monsoon outside. No one's doing anything. I would like to see if there's anything I can kind of like put up in the window, not like wedge it so it can't be removed, but just additional.
Booby trap it.
Yeah, more or less. If someone breaks through, I want it to make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
I mean, you could like lean something against it.
I'm
Made of
assuming this
glass
guy has,
or
like,
something.
Other keys and stuff, so just hanging some keys around there.
Yeah,
and just
you can
like
do that. You can
tying
do
it
that.
to the lock, so if the lock is undone or the window opens, it's going to drop the keys and like ring a bunch or whatever.
Yeah, that works.
The other thing is, can we just like look around the room, see if there's like a journal or any kind of like information, a newspaper, something?
Yeah, give me a roll. Give me a roll.
Oh, come
Just a
on.
basic one.
All of us or just him?
Andrew, you brought it up. I only want you to do it for now.
Well, that is and you said it's a basic roll.
Yeah, basic roll.
That is an 11.
Okay, so you find not a journal, but you find like a slab of wood that has very similar symbols carved into it as there were above the bed in Jimmy's room.
Yikes. Okay.
And in his bedside table, you find a bunch of like life insurance policies.
What are some of the names on these life
Hey,
insurance
thank
policies?
you, thank you.
That's
Wait a minute, what?
that's a reference to the real H.H. Holmes. So
Oh, okay.
it's like they all were like policies from the 1800s
Yeah.
for like people who had already been cashed in.
Okay,
You do,
well-
however, find one of them. Actually, no, you find two that stick out to you especially. One of them is for Eric Leifson, and the other is for Alan Edgars.
Huh?
What?
We've got a new mission, boys.
Neither of those has been cashed
Something
in.
saying.
Neither of those
Not
policies,
cashed in?
Neither of those has been cashed in.
Oh, okay. They're
Did we
alive.
accidentally kill the final boss? Oops. Okay. Well, this is very weird. There's something sketchy. Like I don't even feel like the boss does any weird stuff like this. Like this is almost too legal. Feels wrong, you know? Like I know we like kill people and stuff, but this feels wrong, you know?
I don't
We
care.
just killed some. Scars is ready to have a great night's sleep. So
Alright.
he's kind of
Well,
cozy
I-
in bed, just snuggled up.
Get my knife in one hand and SMG in the other, and I just kind of sit in front of the door and watch. So I just set an alarm for 3 hours, and then I'll go get.
I'll go next. I can go second. I'll turn on my
Uh,
night
Okay.
vision.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll get
during-
Frank to come up there.
During first watch, both of our sleepers roll.
Roll what?
We just roll around in our sleep.
A basic. Roll nerves. Actually,
I'm good at that. One.
Nerves.
-1
Yikes.
10.
is
okay.
what I have in that.
So DJ got a
4.
4. Andrew got a 10. Okay, Andrew, you slept soundly. DJ Fredo has a vivid nightmare where he hears a haunting melody being sung
Spooky, scary skeleton.
and sees a very large silhouette against the moonlit sea. Just a very large silhouette that he can't quite describe. I say very large. It's like just like 2 or 3 times the size of a human. But it's not like humanoid. It's also not like Lovecraftian. It is not.
It's not. Oh, hi, Mark.
It looks more like an animal that walks on all fours.
So less tentacles.
So kind of
more
like
legs.
almost like a deer. Almost like a deer.
That's sounds like a scary dream.
So that happens, and then Andrew and DJ, when you wake up, it's morning.
Weird. Not usually morning when I wake up.
The sun is out, the window is open, and Mario's gone.
RSVP.
Well, it looks like we're getting paid double. 2 suns. Right. Finally.
But we have to find him or we're toast.
Right. That well, I mean, we were gonna be toast if we didn't bring back the 1 sun. Like
Double or
anyway,
nothing.
we could have at least blamed it on Mario, but it's kind of hard to blame Mario when Mario's not there.
Yeah.
On the other hand,
Well,
between you
rip.
and me, we've got $400. Let's
And
just
I had a
go.
life insurance policy
Mario-
on Mario.
Mario left his wallet.
We have
$600.
$600. Do you know how much? Do you? I was about to make a really sad reference. Do you know how many radioactive materials we could purchase? They say those extend your life.
Oh no.
We could go into business for that.
So
Just unethical enough to work.
genuinely, what do you guys do?
Pick up Mario's wallet.
Yeah.
For sure. Anything he left behind.
I loved
all those
the
letters are in Mario.
Well, this sucks. I think we should go to the lighthouse. So I'm gonna grab all Mario's stuff. I'm gonna climb out the window.
I'll come with.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
You
keeping
guys-
the hotel man keys with us. So
you-
Oh yeah, we lock up the hotel before we go.
yeah, we're not savages. Of course, we'd lock up the hotel. Like,
Okay. You lock up the hotel. You head into the woods, and you're heading toward the lighthouse. Like, you see where the lighthouse is, and then you're like, okay, we might lose it in tree coverage, but if we just head straight, we'll get there. So you head in there, and the trees start to get just abnormally tall for the area that you're in.
Do these trees seem abnormally tall for the area that we're in?
And you
I was
get
thinking the same thing.
you get to where you can see the lighthouse. It's probably about 100 yards ahead of you, so like you can see it through the trees. And then you feel one of you feels, I don't care which one of you feels a couple of drops of something warm land on your
Not
land on your
dibs.
head.
Too late. You dibs it up. You have warm drops of something.
These warm drops hit your head. What do you do? It's like just a few warm drops.
I'm gonna look.
Yeah, you look up and you see impaled on the tree Mario.
RSVP.
And he's missing all of his limbs.
Scars cuts to just a war flashback.
Oh yeah. Roll nerves.
Oh,
Both of us
heck.
or just him?
Just DJ. Just Scars.
That's a 4 again.
Oh.
How are we supposed to, if we were only bringing back a dead son potentially?
No,
that was an option.
You bring
We need
back
all the limbs.
the news that he's dead, or you bring him back.
Okay.
That's
We weren't supposed to be like, hey, let me bring back his head.
Yeah, you don't have to bring back the body, but it's not. Yeah, it's just Mario. Mario is up there.
Yeah,
He's
right. But I just meant for
definitely-
this son specifically. Like,
He's definitely
okay.
dead. Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. I got his
War
wallet,
flashback.
so I mean,
Yeah. So DJ,
Frankie's just there, like, all right. He had 200. It's weird. All three of us each had $200. Like,
Fredo.
What do I got to do to get rid of scars?
Fredo, Scars is like full on shell shock.
There was a specific moment that was very similar during the war.
Mm-hmm. And so he's not going to attack you, but he is going to take off running, let's say toward the lighthouse.
how badly do I want this money? I have $400 just for myself. I could start a bakery. That could be nice. We could sell. I could do donuts. I could sell donuts. I'm saying this while I walk towards the lighthouse. Now I was like, I could probably.
Fredo's
I could sell
running.
donuts,
He's
like-
running toward it, like out sprinting.
Yeah,
Toward it
I'm walking.
because he wants to find cover, and you're just walking over there like, man, I could
Yeah.
probably start a bakery.
I don't know how much it's gonna take in 1940s dollars. It's not like the Great Depression anymore. So like stuff's I don't know what anything's worth anymore. But I could probably like buy a house and start a business. And probably like put all my kids through college that I don't have yet. With just like $50. So like I mean. $400. I'm kind of set. Like these just internal monologue of like, or not even internal, but just like, yeah, it feels like this job is getting less and less enjoyable per day. There's fewer perks. Now there's dead kids. I gotta clean up off the trees. Like no one said I was gonna have to clean up trees. I might as well be a tree trimmer at this point. Like this is outrageous. I can't. Anyway, Scars, are you okay, man? Are you all right?
He doesn't respond. You've lost track of him.
Okay, I'm gonna keep walking towards the lighthouse. If I have to clean up another one of Scar's mess again, I'm just gonna keep doing it anyway. What am I saying? I'm getting paid for it. I wonder if I can get paid extra if Scars doesn't come back.
As you
I can
approach,
take his $200.
you hear a loud noise like, you ever hear like when something metal hits something made of flesh? Like a cast iron skillet?
Like
I
a
as a person,
dong.
Yeah.
have not heard that sound clearly
So-
enough, but I feel like Frankie probably has.
Yeah, so that's what you hear. You hear what sounds like a cast iron skillet hitting someone in the head. Because that's what's just happened.
Excuse me, sir or madam, could you please put down the cookware?
You look
Just-
up and you see
Looking for a friend.
a man who's wearing like really ratty clothes, like really just like they're torn up. They're not like old, but they look like they've been through a lot. And he has like long hair that looks like it's pretty unwashed. And he's holding this cast iron skillet. And you see Fredo with a nice welt growing on his forehead.
Oh, well, good. Hey, thanks. Thank you, sir, for finding my friend there. He kind of was having a moment. Can we come into your lighthouse, please? Everyone in town is being really weird, and you sound
You're
like
not from
the
here.
only sane person. No, definitely not. Definitely not. I
What are
would
you
like to
doing
not be
here?
from here. I've been asking myself that for quite some time. Really, we're looking for a kid. His name's Jimmy or
Jimmy,
James. I was also looking for this friend right here, who you've very he
you know
looks
Jimmy?
unconscious. It's a work thing, but yes, I do know him. He's like my boss's son. It's a whole thing.
Okay, come inside. Come inside.
Great. Wow, that was all right. Hey, Fredo, get off the ground, man.
Okay.
Quit slacking. I'm
Okay.
telling the boss to cut your pay.
So you walk in with him, and you guys you're looking around the lighthouse, and it looks like a laboratory. Like there's all kinds of test tubes, there's all kinds of beakers and other things. There's these little mechanical gadgets all over the place, and some of them look like they look clean and they look like they're ready to be used, and other things look as though they've exploded or they've been broken. And you see it's just kind of a mess in the room. And then you see a spiraling staircase going up on one side. I guess it's a round room, but like over across the room from you, going up into where the light is. And
Okay.
you know at this point, because they said it's Edward Thomas is the man. You see him walking around, just kind of like excitedly running around trying to find something.
Sir, can you stand still for a second? You said you knew where Jimmy was. Can you help me
We'll,
find
we'll get
Jimmy?
to that.
Or
We'll get to that, but I need your help.
okay, well, I see. I'm kind of on company time, as it were. If you could help me do my thing first, then maybe we could return and help you with whatever thing you got going on here.
Okay, but if you
Uh,
don't help me, we can't find Jimmy.
okay, well, sure. Maybe lead with that next time. Okay, yeah. What do you need to do? This doesn't really seem like my area of expertise, unless you need me to
I can't
clear
find
these
my
tables.
notebook.
Oh, yeah.
Scars
You mean literally
throws up
this
on the
notebook?
floor.
Then you have the notebook. So you hand it to him, and he's like, "Yes, the pages are missing."
Yeah. This is your notebook?
Well, I was working with Jimmy.
Okay. What were you guys working? What were you working on?
Well, there's something weird going on here in this cove, Leif's Cove. There's something weird going on here. I mean, Leif's Harbor. Leif's Harbor. There's something weird going on.
Scars throws up on the floor.
You've
I will
noticed it,
just.
haven't you?
I mean, which thing? That I have a list.
Okay, so you have. Like,
Yeah. Everyone
they
around here is
aren't people.
right. Well, we may have killed one of them. I don't know if he's actually dead, but he's as dead as we could make him.
Did you did you check and see if the body was still there?
I mean, no, we Scars kind of cut it to pieces and then we wrapped it up, put it in the bathtub, and locked the door. So I'm
Okay, that might
it's about as sure as I can be without sending it to the bottom of the water. But
that might have done the trick.
might uh, you don't sound very confident. This isn't helping a whole lot yet. Can you tell me the part where we get to Jimmy, or at least how Jimmy's connected to all this?
My notebook had a map. We thought we had found a way to end things. But never mind that now. We need to find the map. We need to find Jimmy. I think he's in the caves.
Okay, right.
Scars throws up again.
Do they have antacid? Can we get this guy a Tums or something? He's gonna get it on my shoes. Like,
He goes over, grabs, this little device that looks like a hat, puts it on to Scars, and suddenly he's back to normal.
Sorry, y'all. I like normal or like normal for Scars.
Normal for Scars. Normal for Scars.
Okay, that's good. Hello, my name is Fredo. I apologize if we had any weird interactions earlier. I don't know what came over me my whole life. No, but I feel like he would just try to quickly I'm so sorry. Do you know what Mario. Do you know what happened to Mario? It reminded me of
Yeah.
the war. It
Right. Listen,
The man
buddy.
in the tree?
Don't.
yeah,
No.
the guy in the tree.
Well, it got him.
Um.
Did you hear the song?
So
Oh,
I think
spooky, scary skeletons.
I think at this point Frankie is like he's like, haha, this is like somewhat entertaining. This is annoying. He's going to grab this man by like not trying to restrain him as much, just grab him by like the collar and be like, you better start saying some actual words and not just saying it and them all the time. I need you to give me some names. I need you to give me some faces, some descriptions, something that I can punch, something that we can kill. So help me, I'm gonna hang you up on a tree next.
Okay.
Scars picks up the vibe
Roll
and kind
honor.
of gets his scalpel out.
And fix your hair.
Roll
Sorry about
honor.
that. That's a 7. That's like
He's like,
neutral,
okay,
right?
okay, calm down. Calm down. I'll explain everything to the best of my ability. I don't know what it is, and I don't know what the people who live here are, but what I do know is that they aren't normal, and that thing is behind all of it. I can't tell you where it came from, I can't tell you what it does. I just know I've only been here a couple of years, and every night I hear the song. That's why I've built this tower, so I can keep myself safe.
Guys, did you hear a song last night?
Yeah, I had a dream, and there was some spooky music in it, and there was also a silhouette. It wasn't humanoid, but it wasn't like Lovecraftian. I've read some of his books, but like, yeah, it kind of looked like an animal on all fours, almost like a deer, but big, beefy deer. A moose. I've learned about those in school.
You went to school? Scars? Oh.
School of the streets, yo.
I'm amazed you're still alive, coming that close to it.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, Mario died, but he was awake and we were asleep. So how did he die when we were the ones?
So,
Also, I think you meant it was a dream. It was a dream.
no, it wasn't.
I
mean,
rolled for
He
it.
meets you in your dreams.
So it is still a dream, technically. Scars isn't wrong. It's
Technically,
not-
your
it's
friend
not
who
bad.
was awake had already been taken captive. You are on the verge. We need to get.
Are we awake
need to
right
get to it
now?
fast. Yes, you're awake right now. We're all awake now, and I hate
Could you
it.
pinch me?
I just slapped Scars across the face. It's like, oh, I was waiting for a chance to do that.
Roll
Okay, I'm
Moxie.
awake.
Okay. Just pinch myself to be sure. It's like, oh, okay. But then for Scars, like, maybe we need a round 2, actually. Can they just...
Yeah, yeah.
Could be Inception situation. Let's just...
Look, I don't have time to explain everything. I don't know everything, but what I do know is that we need to get into the caves so that we can find Jimmy and so we can get you home. But we need to try to end this.
All
What
right.
happens when people go?
Yeah, but they kept saying go all ominously, and then they stare off in the middle distance like there's a
You
camera
saw
there.
Mario, your friend?
That's just when they go. So then,
Some form or another.
Sounds like free real estate to me.
yeah, I feel like there's a real financial opportunity here if we can just like the hotel owner.
It's free
had
real
a-
estate.
All right, we should probably go to the caves, I guess. Am I going to be in more danger in the caves, do you think? Should I not sleep?
Yeah, Mr. Tom. Can I call you Tom?
His name's literally Edward, but
Right, Tom. Can I call you Tom?
sure.
Tom, listen, we're on board. We're with you. Let's kill it, whatever it is. Let's end it. Like whatever you need to do, so we can get Jimmy and get the heck out of here. We're on the same page about that. Is there anything we need to grab from here to get to the caves? I mean, you said the map and all that. Sounds like we got to figure that out. But also, should we be not sleeping, or should we be sleeping with like some voodoo or like a dream catcher above our heads or something? Like,
I brought my emergency cocaine if I need to stay awake.
I'd really rather not have Scars do the cocaine, because when he does the crack, he breaks things.
He doesn't
and
come back.
people.
That
You
might
too.
actually be the best option. Now that I'm thinking about it. No, you just need to win your nerve rolls. You need to have better nerve rolls.
Well, I have -1 to nerve, so I'll go ahead and build
You
my
lost
second
your
character.
nerve.
Well, I haven't ever been able to come up with something that can actually defeat them outside of this tower. This tower is and it doesn't even defeat them. It just keeps me safe when I stay here. But we
Wait, are
can't
we
stay
safe
here.
here?
We have, yeah, you're safe as long as you're in here. But we can't find anything or do anything of value unless we leave.
Okay. And you're saying we need to go into the caves to find
Yes.
what we need, but you need a map to find the caves or a
No, I
map
know
to
it.
navigate the caves?
I know where the cave is. The best opening is not far from here.
So we could spend the night here, do you think?
Well, yeah, we
We
would
just
have
literally
to,
woke up though.
like yeah.
No,
it's
no, no, I know. But like
Yes.
tonight, we could come back and spend the night here, and I don't have to die.
Yes, we can do that. We
Like
can stay
that
the night here.
man back in Okinawa.
That was he meant Mario. That's what he meant.
Yes, yes, you are welcome to stay here as long as you help me.
Okay. All right. Well, before I think things through, let's get out of here. Let's go. Let's do whatever you need to do. Let's get rolling. We only got so much daylight. It sounds like this thing is likes to attack at night. So let's move.
Okay. So you guys go into the cave. It's not far. Like it's literally just the cliffs that are closest to the lighthouse. Maybe a 10-minute walk. You see a cave entrance, and you go in. And you guys travel around a little bit. You're walking through the caves, and he's like, "Okay, we need to keep to the right. Just remember, keep to the right." Do you guys want to ask him any other questions while you're walking, while you're traveling?
How did you get here? You said you're like everyone here is like from here. This stuff happens to, but like, how did?
I don't know how long they've been here.
Yeah, but how long have you been here?
I've been here about 4 years now. People have
Do you
never
know my
accepted
friend
me.
Bobby Gillespie?
Bobby? Yeah, he came.
Bobby Gillespie?
He's the only one I know who escaped.
That sounds like him. He did go AWOL. Like he did just leave, just run away in the middle of a fight, and we never saw him again. I'm glad he made it back. He did what the rest of us didn't have the courage to do.
Well, he never came back. He left for the service, and then I never heard from him again.
Okay, so you are from here though, somewhat. You said for 4 years.
4 years. 4 years.
Bobby showed up pretty late in the war.
I'm like doing the math. I'm like, we're in the 40s.
Alternate timeline.
40.
The war ended in like 40 something.
45. The war ended.
Yeah,
I
45.
think.
So like it's possible.
Yeah, you can know him for a month.
How old are you exactly?
4 years old.
42. Let's just go 42. I hadn't thought about an age for him.
Does this man? I was gonna say, does he look 42? I'm wondering.
He looks a lot older than 42. But you can't tell if that's because of like the stressful environment or if that's because he's not actually 42. You can't really tell.
Listen, man, you look a lot older than 42, but I can't tell if that's from
You
the
do not
stressful
know the
environment.
hell that I have been through.
I do not. So I can't tell if it's a stressful environment or if there's other factors going on that I don't know about. But you just might want to consider that maybe where you are in all of this, you might also not be as unaffected as you think. Just throwing that one out there, just to think about. Anyway, I'm not good at small talk, so I'm actually just going to stare at this cave for a while because this is making me uncomfortable.
So you travel a distance, and then as you're going, you start to see what looks like a light up ahead of you.
Guys, would you say that looks like a light up ahead of us?
It looks like it, but I'm not sure. It could just be darkness.
And you begin to hear
but
like
brighter.
Groaning.
Do you hear some kind of groaning?
And then you hear like
I think I'm beginning to.
Oh God.
And then you also hear what sounds like a chant. I'm not doing the chant. It's just like think Gregorian chant. So that's what you hear. You hear that, and then you hear the groaning. The groaning sounds familiar.
Oh, I've heard that groaning before. That groaning sounds familiar. No, I'm going to.
That's Bobby Gillespie.
I'm not Bobby.
And the Bobby. I think what I'm going to do, because I have the Tommy gun that Mario left, I'm going to take that out as we move forward. I'm not trying to be like so incredibly stealthy that I'm slow, but I'm also not trying to make my presence known. I think, Scars, did you bring a gun?
I brought a pistol.
Okay, I hand you another pistol.
I mean, he doesn't even really like to use the pistol. Like he's got his knife out, like not his scalpel, like an actual.
Listen, Scars.
The knife you bring to a knife fight.
We'll keep one alive. We got to ask him questions anyway, right? Always got to ask questions. So we got to figure out stuff for Mr. I'm sorry, Tom. Tom, yes, Tom. We got to figure out stuff for Tom anyway, and so we need to leave at least one of them alive. But the rest we need to kill before anything else. So
dibs.
So yeah, you dibs whichever ones you want. Just don't kill Jimmy, okay? He's not the one we're leaving alive for asking questions. We need him alive and then someone else. Just to be clear.
Dibs.
I don't know what you're calling dibs on. I'm uncomfortable again, so I'm just gonna keep moving and pretend I didn't hear anything.
So you come up to a clearing. Edward's still with you.
Who?
Tom.
Sorry, he sounded so very defeated when he said that. Tom.
So Edward, Tom is still with you. You come up to this clearing and you see like torches, and you see a group of 4 figures, human figures, wearing robes, and they're standing around somebody that's sitting in a chair, and they look like they're bound up, and they're chanting while the person in the chair is groaning.
Can we look real carefully at the person in the chair?
You recognize it is Jimmy.
I'm just gonna pull my gun out and start blasting.
I start blasting.
Yeah.
Okay,
don't shoot me.
Both of you roll Moxie.
Don't fail me now.
That is a 10. Guys, I never roll this well in my other D&D things. Even as a DM, I'm always rolling so terribly. So this is refreshing.
Okay, and DJ?
8.
8. Okay, so you both succeed. DJ, you startle Edward, Tom, because you just started going a little bit faster than you needed to before you were fully around the edge. But you do take out one of the 4 hooded men, or you shoot one of the 4 hooded figures, and they fall down. Andrew, you are using the Tommy gun. You get 2 of them, and the 4th one is unscathed. And Edward, not knowing you guys had guns on you, takes off running in that, like, toward them, and then the 4th hooded figure unceremoniously stabs him, and Edward is dead.
Deadward.
Deadward. Tom is dead.
Tom. That was his name, right? Tom? Dang it, Tom.
Not my friend.
Anyway, I started.
I'm gonna spread.
Oh no, Tom!
The 4th
I'm gonna
hooded
try
figure.
to tackle this guy if I can.
You do.
But like, if you're blasting, that's fine.
No, go ahead.
No. I was joking.
Tackle
Sorry.
him. Tackle him.
Well, I don't want to now.
No, do it.
Go ahead, tackle him. Do it. Do it. No, sure, I'll
we'll
do it, I
tackle him
guess.
together. We did say we were going to keep one alive.
Do it. You tackle
That's
him to
fair, I'm
the
still
ground.
rolling.
You tackle him to the ground. What do you do next?
I mean,
I light some candles.
yeah, like, I'm gonna restrain him.
Okay. Do you want to take off the
Put on
hood?
some Sinatra.
Sure. We'll de-hood this boy.
Yeah, so you take the hood off, and it's a face you recognize.
Bobby.
It's Harry H. House. No scars.
Wait a second. Didn't we kill you yesterday? I'm terrible with faces.
It's
I'm
like,
sorry.
I told you there was nothing you could take from me that I
All right.
couldn't get back.
Okay,
we-
great. How
real
about that
quick-
smile? Can we take that smile from you? And I was just,
We can give him more smile.
yeah, he could. He could stand to have a little more smile, maybe fewer teeth. That's what I'm thinking this time. Fewer teeth. Hey, Jimmy, how's it going, buddy? How's Jimmy looking?
Are either of you going to try to get Jimmy?
Real quick, I would like Frankie. I want to ask Frankie to take hoods off the other ones.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go.
Because
check
I'm
the other ones.
curious.
Make sure they're actually dead. I might just like double tap.
Actually,
Another shot to that.
before you get around to them, they all stand up.
Anyways.
So anyway,
The 3 that you have not tackled, actually 2 of them, you notice one of them is just really tall, Lincoln Abrams. But yeah, so one of them's Lincoln Abrams. DJ, what's your friend's name?
Bobby Gillespie.
gosh, dang it, Bobby.
So 2 of them, like, they basically clap their hands together and then disappear.
Nerds.
One of them was struggling to get up, he's like, man, I'm normally so good at getting away.
Bobby, that's you.
And then he
So anyway.
just like, he looks at you and he's like, why are you here, Scars? And then he claps and disappears too.
Oh, dang it. I was going to shoot him while he was talking if he took longer to say anything.
Can you imagine just shooting his friend right in front of him?
I just want to imagine he's like, bullets don't seem to work very well. So it's just like, Bobby, my best friend from all.
See,
Anyway,
but what you've noticed so far is like they don't have like superhuman strength or anything. They're not able to like do a ton more than humans so far, except survive a lot of things and disappear.
So you
Mario
said
will
that
be back.
They all clap their hands, right?
Yeah.
All right. Cut off the guy's hands.
On it. I grab
Scars is
the
very.
knife and just chop them off.
Okay. Yeah, you do that.
It didn't seem to hurt him, so this doesn't feel cruel at all, right?
He
Right?
still kind of just like has a smile and he's like looking at you guys and he's like, you have no idea what you've gotten into.
No,
Bumps
we really
his nose
don't.
together.
You guys really don't give very good answers. Like, we really need to talk about some active listening skills. This is kind of embarrassing. You would think you work in the service industry, you'd at least have like some kind of customer service attitude, but we're literally torturing you to get answers out of you, and we're getting nothing. So,
That's a good point.
anyway, I'm gonna shove the gag back in his mouth. Jimmy, let's untie you, buddy.
Please.
Yeah, your dad sent us to come get you. We're gonna bring you home. Don't ask about your brother. It's fine.
Also,
What happened to Mario?
He went climbing a tree. Last I saw him, seemed comfortable.
Your brother's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. He's pretty dead.
Are you kidding me?
He's not the most dead I've seen in person today, but he's pretty dead.
He's the most that I've seen in person today. It was
That's true.
really haunting for me.
Did you guys check where the men were?
Where the what now?
Where the men? Were they like collapsed? Did you check them?
We didn't get to check them at all, except for this guy, this hotel guy.
You should.
Okay, let's check the. So we're gonna. I guess we've untied Jimmy now if he was restrained at all, but we'll go and investigate.
Yes. Freedom.
Jimmy, your voice is a lot deeper than your brother described. Brother said your voice was high and annoying.
Did you guys look?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see
Oh, sorry. We're supposed to roll or
you see 3 weird-looking books. One where each
Just
of
like
the
a-
men stood.
those are some weird looking books.
I'm going to
Awesome.
look at one of them.
Do you want to grab it?
Can we? Did you say these books have like the weird markings on the front?
Yeah, they have the weird markings on the front.
I'm just going to open it like no second thoughts. Like,
Gosh, dang it!
just,
Okay, so
it's reading time.
DJ opens it.
Does it impact it if Scars doesn't know how to read?
Only barely.
Well, he does, so take that.
So you open it, and you are encased in shadows.
Encased
Yeah, like shadow, like
or enveloped?
the shadows that are in the room, like, kind of come together and come around him like a ball almost.
Okay.
I try to step out of it.
You step out of it.
Okay. I read another book.
You read the other book, and you.
Also, what did the book say?
It's just that language.
Okay.
You like, it's the weird characters. As you run your finger along the characters, you still don't understand them, but they light up, and then that happened. So you've got that. You open another book. It's basically the same book, but you open this one to a different page. As your hand touched the page, a little goblin-like creature appears before you and runs into a wall and explodes.
I am Scott. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I rubbed the same piece of text again.
It happens again.
I am Scott. Oh,
No,
no.
hey. Now hold on. It ran into a wall and exploded, with like lots of shrapnel or like fiery explosion. Did you
Or are
just
we
give us a
talking, like-
goblin bomb, Gage?
Are we talking,
Did you
like,
give us a
Gibbs?
goblin bomb?
Let's say the goblin itself just goes in every direction. It doesn't do a lot of damage, really.
So it's just like internally like
I love this.
wet mess. Like think
Kinda.
Fallout Bloody Mess perk.
Yeah,
Okay,
kind of.
yeah.
Like, it's
Scars, let's try
running
a
into
few
the
more-
wall with so much force.
Okay,
Scars just like keeps rubbing that piece of text.
Scars,
Like,
I've got an idea. See how fast you can do that. How many can you summon at once?
DJ in real
he
life can tap
rubs-
14 times a second.
He ends up rubbing some of the writing off of the page, and that one stops working.
Yeah, but how many did he get in
Aw,
1 second?
Rip.
Let's in 1 second.
Yeah.
I grab a different book.
How many goblins did we have at once?
Now the
Alive.
pages don't have numbers, and the writing is all handwritten in there. So like they're the same effectively, but the pages
But you'd
are
have
all
to be able to
different.
read it.
Yeah, you would have to be able to read it to know exactly
All right.
what it's doing.
Well, we need to spend the next 15 hours just going through and finding the exact one for that
Let's go to the
goblin.
tower for this.
Hey, Jimmy, can you walk?
Maybe.
All right, good enough for me. Let's go. I'm going to search
try harder.
Tom's body and see if he had anything useful on him. Maybe money.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
Tom.
re-kill
Tom's always been dead.
Harry. I'm gonna kill
No,
him
it's-
again.
Dead Tom.
Did you guys check for blood?
Tom has nothing on him. He did
Does
have,
he have
blood. He is very much just a normal
Not
human
anymore.
being. He is very much.
He's
a
just
normal human
dead.
being.
Rip Tom.
I use the piano wire to choke out Harry.
You do that.
Oh,
Does he
we should
die?
take.
He is as dead as he was the first time you killed him.
Okay, let's take his body back. I have an idea.
Okay,
Great.
just
Also-
roll Moxie. Roll Moxie.
All of us or just him?
You, DJ and Andrew, I assume, because I assume Jimmy is gonna be like struggling this first little bit. So
Also,
So I'm kind of like keeping quiet because there's not much I can really do.
DJ, what?
Scars is like his thinking is all right. We got Jimmy. Let's get, like, I don't care about solving the mystery of this island. Like we've done the task. Let's go home. 6.
10.
Okay, you succeed. You're able to carry him back to the lighthouse. As you are exiting the cave, you hear a deafening roar.
What does it sound like?
It's like think like.
Please.
Have you ever heard like the noise an elk makes?
No.
Kinda that, but
Mhm.
longer, louder, and deeper.
Okay, deal.
Yeah, deal. You hear that. You hear that in the distance. Not in the distance. It's in the cave system.
Okay. Yeah, let's get back to the lighthouse. What I would like to do is I would like to see if they're because you said these guys don't seem like they're super strong or anything. I would like to find any other ways of restraining this guy, including the rope we have. And I would like to, when you get dark, it gets dark. I would like to find a way to just like impale him while he's tied up and already dead, so that if he just comes back to life in the tower, he's just dead again. It's just like one less guy we have to worry about, right? Does this make sense?
You know
Scars,
what?
am I the crazy one here?
Yeah, I'll let you guys rig something like that. Yeah.
Again, Scars is like, we can just go home.
I don't know if you were listening to Tom. He was kind of hard to listen to at some points, if I'm being honest myself. He said something about we can't go. Like the way to go is to kill the elk thing.
Yeah, but like we could try.
I made a promise I would fix what's going on.
Okay.
Very proud of
We'll,
you, Jimmy.
we'll
That's
let your dad
good for
know
you.
that you passed.
But I'm sure there's a very nice tree next to Mario that you can make your promises on with the dying breath. But I would like
If we
to
leave,
not be there
more
for that.
than just this island will perish.
Oh,
But what
Look,
about like where
way to
we're
bury
from?
the lead, Tom. Anything else with that? Any more context?
Is Boston gonna die? I assume we're from Boston.
I know how to defeat it.
Okay. All right.
Please listen. I don't want to cut you too. Please tell us more.
As you're doing this, like the roaring behind you is getting closer. Like it's a continuous thing, and it is getting closer to you. So you need to like book it to get back to the
Oh,
lighthouse.
I thought
Book it.
I thought we were
start-
booking it.
I start rubbing the book.
Okay, let's see what you get this time. I'm just going to give you the 2 words. I want you to tell me what happens. Potion Gate.
The year is 1972.
We went to the exact same place. I love this.
I rub the book, and then all of a sudden, like there just this little gate in space and time opens in front of me, and there's just a little like shopkeeper in there. Like, what? Would you like to buy some wares? I walk in, I take a look, and they've got like great stuff. Like you wanna kill the unkillable? I've got a potion for that. You got an enemy who doesn't bleed? I got a potion that'll make him bleed again, so you can kill him.
Potion seller, give
but
me your
then-
strongest potion.
But then I shop around. I find all the good stuff that's exactly gonna fix our quest, like gonna solve all this. And then they're like, all right, that'll be 6 gold. And I say, do you accept dollars? And she says, no. And I say, so sorry I wasted your time. Have a great day.
So you each have a book now.
Even me.
Even you.
Okay.
All three of you have the little spell book thing.
I would like, if this thing's still catching up to us, I would like to try the book.
Okay. You're casting, I assume, in the direction of behind you.
The thing.
You cast Dracula's Irresistible Dance.
The year is 1990 something. I don't know when Thriller came out, but whatever that is.
I think it was like 80 something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the 80s.
There's this very, very catchy, very energetic, like graveyard dance. It's not even spooky, scary skeletons. It's like the good pop from the 80s, and you just get this like the shadows start dancing on the wall, doing the
1982.
Man, I guess 90s on that. Wow,
Mm-hmm.
I'm bad at this. But assuming it works on whatever's chasing us, I imagine a horrifying realm of shadows doing a very impressive and well choreographed thriller dance.
Yeah, okay. Let's say that distracts it. Like, it slows it down a little bit. I'll go with that.
It'd be at least a little distracting. You
Yeah,
know? Like,
well...
you gotta stop and appreciate good art, you know? Even if you're a demon that slays all of humanity. Like,
you don't see it.
Right?
You don't see it. But you can tell just in your soul that it's slowing down.
I feel like I can tell in my soul that it's slowing down.
So you guys, you make it out of the cave. You make it out of the cave. And remember, the cave's only like a 10-minute walk from the lighthouse. So
Okay.
probably like a 5-minute run. You continue to hear the noises in the distance, but you are getting away faster than they are approaching. You get to the lighthouse. You set up your trap for...
It was less of
Not
a
trap.
trap.
You set up
and
your
more.
your re-killing machine.
It's really more like a penitentiary at this point, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Did I happen to see Mario as we were running through the woods back to the hotel?
No, you're at the lighthouse, not the hotel.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And he was before the lighthouse, so you wouldn't have seen him yet.
Gotcha.
But you make it into the lighthouse. This is probably a good place to call it for the first session.
Yeah, I'm cool
Gage,
with that.
I would like to do one last thing, kind of an experiment, in case this guy somehow disappears from the lighthouse
Go ahead.
with the re-killing machine. And I don't know what you would want me to roll for this. I've been chewing lots of bubble gum. I would like to take one of those pieces and just stick it real thick in his hair.
You
But
got
somewhere
it.
where
No rolls.
somewhere he's less likely to notice. So I'm not trying to do like a
Ew.
giant wad, but the
Howard?
triple
Harry.
A's,
Harry.
you know.
Harry.
I'm gonna
Harry
call him
House.
Tom number 2.
Harry
Tom with an
Also,
H.
DJ, you keep doing the John Cena theme.
Yeah, if Triple H had a memorable theme, I'd do that.
I think he does. I think it's time to play the game. Like, I think that's his theme.
Regardless, I would like to do it in one patch of his hair that is maybe less noticeable. Or, you know, honestly, I want to see if this affects them like when they reanimate or something. If they're like just getting new bodies or what's going on here. So my thought is to just like slather some bubblegum in their hair
Okay.
that they
yeah.
can't get out. You know?
can do it. You can do it.
That's the last thing I want to do
Okay.
for this session.
I want to rub the book one more time.
Okay. You can rub the book one more time.
You
And
and that book need to get a room, man. I'm getting uncomfortable.
you get... Let's go negative energy ghoul.
So
Okay.
this dude shows up next to me. He's all dead or whatever, and like, yeah, just covered in grit and gristle and really gross. And he says, "Well, you guys sure are in a pickle." And Scars is like, "Oh, wise one, thank you for coming. My name's Fredo. Nice to meet you. They call me Scars. Doesn't matter. It sounds like you might know how to help us." And he says, I just can kind of tell you guys are screwed.
Sounds
So,
like you got to figure something out.
Yeah, you guys got to figure something out. So, yeah, I'll stick around though if you want. I'll be dead either way. So that's
Hey,
I want to
Scars,
use my. I want to
I don't
use
want to
my
hurt
book.
your friend's feelings, but he's kind of harshing the vibe here, man. It's like
I wanna
got
use-
negative energy.
I want to use my book to see if I can lighten the mood.
Okay.
You guys are all gonna die. We'll all be ghouls
Hold on.
together.
Let me actually get a book off my shelf here, and I'll rub it real quick.
Stop rubbing books. That's not how you read unless you're blind.
Okay, you have two options. It's either spooky weather or control spooky.
Control spooky.
Garrett, you just got power to control this entire game. You can control the spooky. You can control the game.
I raise
We
up
win.
spooky, scary, dancing skeletons from the ground at my command, a maximum of 4, and they dance for a solid 30 seconds and they stop.
My ghoul is like, wow, that was almost fun.
The
That
skeletons
was-
are also very anti-ghoul, and they jump him.
Yeah, I can
Wow,
get
that
behind this.
sucks.
Oh, he controls the spooky.
I just feel like Frankie's over here like the skeleton
just-
is like, yeah, all right. And then they start attacking
I
the
feel
ghoul,
like Control the Spooky is going to be really, really good. So I'm gonna bookmark this page.
The ghoul drops $5.
That's mine.
Dibs. Aw.
I killed him. I killed
Bro,
him.
he's
Okay.
my ghoul.
He's not
I don't care.
dead. He just drops $5.
He's just like on the ground, just like, oh man, my money.
You hit
Wait,
me
so that
so
means-
hard I dropped my wallet.
So if I hit him again, does he drop $5 more? Is he like a bank?
No.
Dang it.
I hit him again just to check.
He's like,
He's like,
man.
oh, well, this is better than hell, I guess.
I kicked the ghoul.
How long do I get to keep?
I'm
the
just kidding.
ghoul?
The ghoul, since he's just negative energy, you can keep him around until
No,
until
I don't
he
want him.
gets otherwise
Get
incapacitated.
rid of him.
It's all
You
fun
s-
and games until
He just got
like,
jumped by 4 dancing skeletons.
It's all
He
fun and games
dropped
until
money.
he
Yeah, he's actually
absorbs the actual energy.
he's stuck.
It's getting cold.
He's stuck getting beaten by 4 spooky scary skeletons for the remainder of his death.
Cool. I'm all about it.
Okay. Well, this is where we're leaving off for today. Anything else you guys want to do before we do that?
I rub the book again. Just kidding.
Okay, so this is where we'll pick up next time. I want to say a few things, a few closing words to those who are listening. First, thank you for sticking around so long. This has been a lot of fun, and thank you guys for joining us. It's been fun to have you, and I look forward to finishing this when we're able to. To everybody out there who's listening, again, it has been, well, actually, as of this episode, it will have officially been a year within a couple of days of DJ and I starting the podcast. And so this is like our 1 year episode. And also partially to help celebrate that, I'm going to be getting all of the podcast episodes that are podcast exclusive ready for YouTube so that we can have those here for those of you who are exclusively on YouTube.
And they're giving away $1 million.
If we had $1 million to give away, we probably
$10
maybe would.
million.
In pennies.
But yeah, no, I just want to say thank you for being with us along the ride. It's been a lot of fun, and it's been awesome to get to experience this with everybody who's joined us, with everybody who's followed along. We're just grateful. It's been a good experience and an awesome excuse to get to hang out with each other and other friends. Thank you to Adam Ward and Jared Scrowther for our intro and our outro music, and thank you to everyone else who's been involved. But mostly, well, maybe not mostly, but definitely thank you, dear listener and or watcher. Stay lovely.
And while you're at it, thank yourselves, jerks.